Hey yo, it's your boy Los. Let's get it.
The Cray selling in the records, and my name don't get mentioned in the review. It don't matter, get the W, cause even players on the bench get rings too. Way deep is what the crew is. On the same team, all running the same play. So you need to check your motives if you're doing this. If you was mad and he sold 28K, taken away from the mission. All this division don't add up.
Alright, so we're talking this afternoon, beautiful afternoon, mind you, about Swoope's latest album called 2-for-1. Basically, give you the gist of what this album is about. It's basically about, it's just a love album. And he starts off the album pretty much just from the door, letting you know this album is really about one particular person, his wife. He tells you, you know, a lot of guys will do a song or album about their lady and not necessarily let you know that it's about their lady. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, you know, oh, I love this girl, or girl, you mean the world to me, or whatever. And it's kind of, if you know they're married, like Justin Timberlake, right? He's married to Jessica Biel, and I think it's Biel. And you know, he does many songs, you know, about love songs. Well, they've been married for a while. But actually come to find out, like 90% of those songs that he's talking to her about his love for her and want to dance with her and be with her and so on and so forth. But he's not necessarily saying that. Although you can make the assumption of that, of course. I mean, strong assumption of that, of course. But he's not saying this is dedicated to my wife, or he doesn't even put her in the videos 90% of the time because of the fact he wants to leave that illusion that I could buy his album, for instance, and sing those songs to my wife as if I wrote them for her, if that makes any sense. He basically left it open where I could put myself in the situation and put my marriage in that situation, if that makes any kind of sense at all. Well, Swoope didn't give you that, right? He let you know from the door, this album, these 5 songs are primarily about his wife, right? Which is fine. I still was able to, you know, see myself in the conversations. I still was able to rejoice with my wife with them. But nevertheless, I just found it kind of funny, interesting how most cats do the opposite of what he did. And I just, one of the things I'm like, yo, if this was just for your wife, then you probably just should have wrote it down for her and gave it to her. Why would you make an album for your wife and then put it for the masses for us to buy? I don't know. But anyways, nevertheless, that doesn't take anything away from the fact that this is a beautiful album. Starts off, it's not, I don't want to say it's graphic, because it's not graphic. It is slightly mature. It's more mature than what the average, the common Christian is going to listen to, right? So the ones who are strict about, oh, I listen to is just Christian artists or like that, this is going to be, because this is going to seem graphic to you, right? This is going to sound like a graphic novel in a lot of ways, because like the very first song is called 2-for-1, and he starts the chorus off with basically, I got a wife and a girlfriend, right? Now he eventually goes into detail about what he means by that. What he means is not necessarily he has a wife and a girlfriend, but he's talking about how his wife is okay, so his wife is his girlfriend. So when he's in the streets and when he's about that life, whatever like that, she is his girlfriend. But when he's at home and he's loving his kids and loving his wife as a good husband should, she's the wife. So she's able to jump into both realms for him. There's other things, other details about it. I'm not going to spoil for you. The album will definitely go in detail a little bit more as what the girlfriend does as opposed to the wife. But nevertheless, he's saying that he has the best of both worlds. He has a woman on his side who can be his wife one minute, where she's serious about the bills and serious about running the house this way and so on and so forth, cleaning the house, whatever. But then he got a girlfriend who got a little ratchet, little freakness in her, you know what I'm saying? And so he's vocal about that. Another reason why I say this kind of graphic, because the very first song, like the first sentence, or the first verse, whatever, he makes reference to the fact that, and I'm gonna be graphic, but for the sake of the album, not for the sake of just being. I'll be graphic for the sake of the review, not just for the sake of being graphic. But he makes reference to the fact of that she sends him a picture. No, somehow a picture comes on his phone with a text comes on the phone. Sorry, with the emoji, with the eggplant emoji on his phone. Now, if you don't know what the eggplant emoji is, if you've never gotten that, I'm sorry. First, I'm sorry. Second of all, I'm not going to go into detail as explain as what that is. I would just say Google it, figure it out for yourself. But basically, he makes reference to the fact he doesn't make reference. He actually says, his wife sends him that eggplant emoji, and then he says that she sends him. He responds back, and then she sends him something else as well, and that he said he can't rap that. So in other words, let you know the conversation got a little freaky amongst the married people. And so, or maybe that's his girlfriend, I'm sure, talking. His girlfriend is talking like that. And so it's a little, it's a little graphic, but it's only considered graphic as opposed to what many quote unquote Christians are used to hearing or used to talking about or used to anything like that. I personally, it did shock me only because of the fact that I'm not used to cats talking like that, but it didn't bother me. I still love the album. I still bump the album on the regular. I still find enjoyment in the album. My wife was, driving around listening the other day, and it's a dope joint. But I can see others saying, "Oh my gosh, how did he say that?" I can see that, but it's each their own. Song goes on, pretty much just breaking down how his girlfriend is freaky out in the streets, and his wife is, about them bills. Enough of that. Very next, so that's the first song is called 2-for-1. Very next song, which is my favorite actually, it's called favorite song in the album, called I See Ya. Beat comes in, dope beat. That's probably the dopest beat on the album. Swoope's a dope producer as it is. This is probably, to me, one of his dopest beats. Not his dopest. I'm gonna say his top 5 dope beats. He's done a lot of dope beats. Man, he's a monster on the boards. Also songwriter and rapper as well. I See Ya, which is basically just a song of him saying, encouraging his wife, saying, "I see you, girl, as you out in the streets. I see you as you raise these kids. I see you as you're loving me. I see you, girl, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you putting the effort in. I appreciate you caring enough about me and our home to do all that you do. Girl, I see you, girl. I love you for what you do. I love you for who you are." And I love that song. It's like I said, one of my favorite songs. It does, in all honesty, remind me of a show verse on his latest album, not the one he did with the young lady, but he did. It was on his first one off of Humble Beast. He says, "If I want to listen to Drake, I'll just listen to Drake." It does. That song there does have a Drake kind of feel to it, with the singing rap type thing he does, that Drake kind of does. So it starts off like that, and then he kind of starts rapping a little faster towards the end of the song. It's still, I didn't mind it. Like I said, it automatically made me think about Drake, but it still, to me, it was a dope song. I really enjoyed it. It's my favorite song on the album. But it's cool. The whole Drake, I'm tired of cats biting styles, but nevertheless, though, I love the song. My favorite song on the album. Next song after that is called MVP. It's kind of funny because it samples the Kevin Durant's MVP speech, where he's basically talking to his mom and says, "You're the real MVP." Been millions of memes made up because of that. He's basically saying that his girl's the MVP. She's the top notch, the best to ever do it. Then she holds the family down. The family wouldn't be what it is today without her. Just all that loving stuff. Just really another song to encourage his wife, of saying how important you are to the household. I love that song as well. It wasn't my favorite on the album, but I love the song. I think it was a great song, well put together song. Just another way of encouraging his wife and just reminding her of the beauty which is inside of her, and the fact that he's grateful to have her. Song right after that is called Catch 22. Susie Rock features on this one. She does the chorus. Natalie, is it Lauren? I think it is, but her rap name is Susie Rock. You probably know her from that. If you know her from that, you should know her from that. She's a monster rapper. When she first came on the scene, monster rapper. She's kind of taking the background now, more so writing for other MCs and stuff like that. But for most part, she's in the background. But dope MC. Anyways, she's on that song there, and that song is beautiful because he's being 100%, being 100, and I think any husband can relate to this. And it's not a diss or a bash on the women. It is the truth though. How it's like a catch-22 where you danged if you do and you danged if you don't. You can't win for losing. Where your wife would say, for instance, you're like, "You all right, babe?" She, "Yeah, I'm straight." And then you leave the room, and then like in his song, he says, "He'll text me a paragraph of what I did wrong." Like, I was just in the room. You could have just told me then what was wrong with you if anything was wrong. I thought it was good. You know what I'm saying? So it's that whole mindset of dang, I just can't get right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22. You win, you can't win for lose. You danged if you do, you danged if you don't. he also brings up the fact that I love this, that pretty much although she makes him mad, and although he's irritated by the way she's acting, it's the Lord that keeps them together. You know what I'm saying? The chorus, his part of the chorus talks about basically, the reason why I ain't packed my bags yet is because of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love the fact that he's honest. Like, yo, this is she gets annoying at times. I tell my wife all the time, you get on my nerve. But I love my wife though. But you know, she gets annoying at times. Sometimes she's not understanding. Sometimes she's not really grasping the concept of whatever. But girl, I love you. I ain't trying to fight with nobody else but you. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna fight with somebody, it's gonna be with you, and that's it for the rest of my life. You know, and I love that about this song. What I didn't love about this song was, I didn't understand the point of it. My wife and I we was trying to figure out why. We actually was putting words in there, inserting other words that they didn't say, trying to insert in the words because we didn't understand the concept of why they would even say this, right? So she, Natalie, like I said, she's on the chorus, and I don't get it. I'm being straight with you right now. It to me, it takes away from the song. It really does. To me, it takes away from the song to the point that I was just like, I don't get it. Basically, he like I said, he's talking about how he's mad, he's upset, whatever, and all that. And her verse goes at the very end. She's kind of slurring her speech as she's singing, right? And she says N-word. Is it the N-word I'm faded or N-word I'm not faded? She says the N-word, right? And it's like, but it was. I think I get what she's trying to say. Pretty much, it's like, yo, although you coming, I'm really just speculating. Although you're coming crazy, you talking outside of your neck or whatever. It's not enough to make me leave. So I'm not even faded. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even fazed by what you're saying. Yeah, you're saying what you're saying. Yeah, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I'm not even fazed by it. It is what it is. We can move on with life, right? I'm assuming that's what she means when she says it, but I don't like the fact that I didn't see the point for how beautiful the song was and how it was just romantically arguing, romantically in love, and then you say, anywhere I'm faded, anywhere I'm faded. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like that. I just didn't think that was necessary for the song. To me, it took away from the song, took away the beauty of the song, and it went from a time for me saying, yo, this is my song, it's another dope song, really enjoying it to a point, I'm like, I'm good, I can skip it. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't really sit well with me, man, for real. I didn't get it. Nothing I didn't get, which I missed on my favorite song, I See Ya. There's a chorus, he says, I'm gonna mess it up. Basically, he says something like you make me want to worship, but he kind of slurs that as well at the end, make you want to worship, or something like that. Sorry. But I'm not sure, just to be straight with you, and I'm gonna make the strong assumption he's saying the latter, but I'm not just sure if he was saying like worship her or girl, you so good, you so fine, or whatever. I just want to worship the Lord because of who you are. I'm going to say that's where he was going with that. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a thank you, Lord, for my queen, as opposed to girl, I'm gonna worship your body. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's where he was going with it, but I didn't like the fact that it was kind of unclear. But knowing Swoope as I know him via MC, I've never really met the dude, but as an MC that I would know him, and I know he has a love for the Lord, although he might not necessarily rap for God as you know, us Reformed cats would want him to, or most Reformed cats would want him to. He does have a love for the Lord, and I believe he's sold out for Christ. And so I can't see him, you know what I'm saying, telling his wife you're gonna worship her body. I just can't see that. But he does say that, but I don't think it went that far. But that's just me. And so back to the song list. The very last songs, we got 4 songs. We got two for one, I See Ya, MVP, Catch 22, and then the very last song is I think it's called Never or something like that. But basically, it's a very nice. I want to use the word melodic. I'm not sure what that word means, but it sounds like it should be go there. My bad. But it's a very nice, laid back joint. Basically, just saying pretty much how much he loved. Just the same theme as the whole album. How much he loves his wife. How much he cherishes his wife. And he's never leaving. Never putting anyone else in her place. Never, looking elsewhere. He's comfortable where he's at, content where he's at. Loves his wife, and he's good. You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, that all 5 songs are really saying the exact same thing about the whole album. There's not much difference, but it's just beautifully done. Excuse me. I think it's well done. Although outside of the 2 little things that I may mention I didn't like, overall I think this is just a beautiful song. And I know if you're watching any of my reviews, from the past, even to as of late, you'll hear that I get real bothered about dudes doing like 5 or 6 songs, 7 songs on the album. It's like, yo, give us more. But I think on this little EP here, and I'm glad he does call it the EP. I believe in this EP here, he gave us all that we needed. I felt like he didn't overdo it and he didn't underdo it. I felt like he gave us the correct amount of love, the correct amount of joy, and I don't think it was I don't think he overdid it with the lingo. Sure, I wouldn't have said, the eggplant emoji. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't say she sent me the eggplant emoji indicating she wants, whatever. I wouldn't have said that. But I don't have a problem with Cat saying that. But I definitely wouldn't have said the N-word faded part. It just didn't sit right, yo. Like when you hear the album, you hear the song, to me it threw me off. You know what I'm saying? To me it just was like, come on, homie. But I don't know. Other than that, dope album. It's I wasn't a fan of Swoope before. Not a huge fan. I was comfortable with them, but I just wasn't a fan. It wasn't until really we walk as kings. We live as kings. Sorry. It wasn't until that album there where I said, "Oh, Swoope's a beast." You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until that album there until I kind of liked Swoope a lot, and I wanted to hear more of his music and everything. Because before that, I was content with never listening to his music. I just didn't think he was. He was good. He just wasn't dope to me. But this album here has definitely changed a lot of my perspective on him. It already been changed before, but just more so on this one here. I saw him in a different realm. Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, I think it's a dope album. Definitely something on heavy rotation in my house. Only 5 songs, so kind of goes kind of quick, but it does fill you up musically. And so I enjoy it, man. I definitely encourage you to go check it out. Brother in the Lord doing his thing, man. And yeah, my 2 cents. All right, y'all.